Okay, let's jump right into this explainer and tackle the one question that literally makes or breaks almost every tenancy, sale, or insurance review in London. Whether you've got a period conversion in Islington, a slick new apartment in Canary Wharf, or a family place out in the suburbs, the whole foundation of your property management really comes down to one thing: compliance. So today, we're going to look at how to absolutely master your property certificates so you can finally ditch that frantic, last-minute Friday afternoon scramble. So, let me ask you, are your landlord certificates properly in order? And by that, I don't mean they're just kind of roughly organized or buried deep in some old email thread. I mean they are current, they're accurate, and you could hit send on them right this second if someone asked. We all kind of fall into this trap of assuming a property is fine just because it was checked a couple of years ago, right? But what happens when the local authority, a lender, or your letting agent suddenly demands proof? Having your paperwork properly in order means being ready for that exact moment without breaking a single sweat.
Here is how we're going to break down the path from fragmented compliance stress to a seamless, managed process today. 1. The London Compliance Puzzle. 2. 5 common certificate mistakes. 3. Identifying your property needs. 4. A simple 4-step process. And 5. Proactive property management.
All right, starting with part 1, the London Compliance Puzzle, and exactly why property management gets so stressful.
Just think about the wrong way to handle compliance for a second. You've got one contractor for gas, a totally different guy for electrics, and someone else entirely for fire safety. Now picture this: a viewing is booked, or even worse, your new tenant is literally waiting on the curb with a moving van, and the agent urgently needs the complete file. Cue the absolute panic. You're digging up old PDFs, begging contractors to resend stuff. It's a nightmare. Now flip that. The right approach is planned property management with a unified supplier and a single booking route. When you use one provider, like Landlord Property Certificates, it completely eliminates all that fragmentation.
Moving on to part 2, 5 common certificate mistakes and how you can avoid these traps.
Now, most certificate failures absolutely do not come from bad intentions. It's usually just small mistakes that snowball into massive headaches. Number 1 is waiting until move-in day to check your certs. That basically guarantees a delayed tenancy. Number 2 is just assuming an old certificate is still valid without actually checking the expiration date. Number 3 is a huge trap here in London: ignoring property changes. If you switch a single let to an HMO, your requirements change instantly. Number 4 is treating an unsatisfactory report as just a piece of paper rather than a safety action plan that needs actual immediate work. And finally, number 5, saving documents in scattered email threads instead of one unified file. These are all totally avoidable.
So let's look at part 3. Identifying your property needs and creating your mental map. Instead of just guessing what you need, it helps to build a mental map of the core services. Doing this lets you instantly spot what's missing from your file. We're talking about the big ones: your gas safety CP12, your EICR for electrics, your energy performance certificate or EPC, fire safety documents, and PAT testing for portable appliances. You really don't need to be a compliance guru here. You just need to recognize the gap so you can bring in a unified provider to fill it. To figure out exactly what you need, just use this simple 3-step diagnostic. Step 1, identify the property type. Is it a flat, an HMO? Step 2, identify the systems inside. Have you got gas, a boiler, communal corridors that might need emergency lighting? And step 3, identify the trigger. Why do you need this check right now? Are you starting a new tenancy, dealing with the council, or selling? Pinpointing that why changes your entire approach.
And this brings us to a really crucial mindset shift. A certificate is way more than just a PDF. It is proof. Proof that you acted before a minor problem turned into a tenant complaint, a massive enforcement issue, or a delayed move-in. It's concrete evidence that a qualified pro checked your systems and that you take your safety responsibilities seriously. It really is the ultimate proof of your professionalism as a landlord.
Okay, part 4, a simple 4-step process and the unified booking route.
Let's look at how incredibly simple this gets when you use Landlord Property Certificates. Take a first-time landlord, for example. They can go from total panic to having a fully coordinated plan just by reaching out. Days prior, they gather their basic info: postcode, tenant access, deadlines. Day 1, they make contact. By day 3, the coordinated inspections are actually happening. And then, boom, they receive a complete digital compliance file. It's a complete transformation from uncertainty and risk straight into absolute relief.
And these are the exact 4 steps that turn all those scattered questions into usable paperwork. Step 1, you just contact them. Phone, WhatsApp, online form with your details. Step 2, you confirm the quote and appointment, which lets them match the exact right engineer to your property. Step 3, The inspection happens. They check the systems and flag any necessary actions. And step 4, you get your certificate and report, ready to be fired straight over to your agent or tenant. It really is that straightforward.
Finally, Part 5, Proactive Property Management, and the benefits of a unified file.
Shifting from a reactive panic to proactive compliance changes the game for literally everyone involved. For landlords, especially if you're managing a portfolio, you get consistency and a massive drop in admin time because it's all under one roof. For letting agents, it means brilliantly clean files and a permanent end to those last-minute Friday afternoon emergencies. And for the tenants, it gives them total confidence that they're moving into a home where safety checks were handled properly. It is a massive win across the board.
So, don't wait for a complaint or a failed inspection to figure out what's missing. Reach out to Landlord Property Certificates today and make sure your London property is safe, fully documented, and ready to let. They're basically there to turn your compliance chaos into absolute clarity. But I want to leave you with this one final thought to chew on as you look at your own portfolio. Are you just waiting around for an emergency to finally build your compliance system? Or are you ready to take control today?